The void trembled as Vegeta's roar ripped through the scarred space. His aura flared, crackling with raw power and untamed determination. His eyes blazing with a fiery power seemed to be pierce the very fabric of the void. Bardock's warning echoes in my skull. Vegeta growled, his voice resonating with suppressed power. The yes cell's thirst for chaos, but I, Vegeta, will master them. Ascended Ultra Ego will not consume me, I will consume it. Beerus materialized out of a shimmering portal, his eyes widening at the raw energy radiating from Vegeta. Ah, the Saiyan Prince, he purred, a playful smirk dancing on his lips. Let's see if Whis' training has sharpened your claws. But before Beerus could throw the first punch, another Beerus burst into existence, an exact image of his brother. Hold on, Fuzzy Dice, he boomed, his voice echoing through the void. This royal rumble belongs to me. He winked at his brother, a mischievous glint in his eyes. Besides, is this a reflection or some Zeno prank gone wrong? Another Beerus, ever the observer, leaned back against a floating platform, his golden eyes narrowed. This air buzzes with mystery, he muttered, his voice laced with a hint of unease, like a Zeno riddle wrapped in a Hakai blast. Vegeta scoffed, refusing to be overshadowed by the playful gods. In your dreams, Beerus-sama, he roared, his power surging around him like a living flame. This stage is mine, this battle I claim. The Saiyan Prince's fist, a blur of a Saiyan's and God's powers, arced through the air towards Beerus' jaw. The god of destruction barely dodged, rolling over with a surprised gasp. Vegeta landed with a thunderous boom, the force of his movement shaking the chamber. Vegeta, Beerus exclaimed, sweat beading on his brow. Your power has blossomed like a supernova. Our battle techniques, owned by Whis, have reached a new peak. And your style, it rivals even the angels, I guess. A feral grin spread across Vegeta's face. Excellent, he purred, the aura around him drumming with suppressed power. Then let us witness the ultimate dance, Beerus-sama. Prepare to face the wrath of a Saiyan Prince unbound. Beerus launched a flurry of ki blasts, purple orbs arcing through the air like deadly comets. Vegeta, a whirlwind of power, weaved through the barrage with practiced ease, pairing each blast with a flick of his wrist, a mocking smile playing on his lips. The god of destruction's playful punches met their match, Vegeta meeting them blow for blow, slowly pushing Beerus back with a controlled but unstoppable force. The tension crackled in the void as Vegeta's word hung heavy in the air. Is this it, Beerus-sama? Vegeta scoffed, his eyes with a fiery challenge. Is this the full power fury of a god of destruction? Or have you grown rusty in your years of slumber? Beerus clucked, a playful glint in his eyes. Don't get ahead of yourself, Saiyan Prince, he purred. I may not be throwing everything at you just yet, but I assure you this dance has only just begun. Vegeta, sensing the hidden powers simmering beneath Beerus' facade, narrowed his eyes. Don't think you can play me, Beerus. I can feel your true power crackling beneath your playful mask. Perhaps, he added with a smirk, I have reached a level where your divine tantrums no longer faze me. Beerus' smile vanished, replaced by a flicker of surprise as Vegeta danced through his flurry of ki blasts with practiced ease. His movement flowed like liquid mercury, deflecting each attack with pinpoint precision. Impressive, Beerus admitted, his voice grudging. But can you keep this pace against this? He launched himself at Vegeta, a blur of purple and speed. Vegeta's eye widened, barely registering the god of destruction's sudden shift in momentum before Beerus' twist-gazed cheek. Vegeta stumped back, a surprised gasp escaping his lips. The blow-through glancing carried the weight of a supernova, the force sending tremors through the chamber. He recovered quickly, however, launching a retaliatory kick that aimed for Beerus' midsection. The god of destruction, seemingly amused by Vegeta's tenacity, sidestepped the attack with a light chuckle. Still as hot-headed as ever, aren't you, Saiyan Prince? He taunted, but your fiery spirit cannot mask your naivety. You overestimate your strength. Before Vegeta could retort, a barrage of ki blasts, each radiating destructive energy, rained down upon him. He waved and dodged, his speed pushed to its limits, but the sheer number of attacks seemed overwhelming. Behold, Beerus roared, his voice echoing through the chamber. The power of a god of destruction. He raised his hand, a dark spear, crackling with Hakai energy, condensing above him. Hakai! Just as the spear was about to engulf Vegeta, an unexpected twist unfolded. Instead of being annihilated, Vegeta absorbed the Hakai energy into his body. Beerus gaped, his eyes wide with disbelief. Impossible, he stammered. This forbidden technique, it's usually taught only to immortals. How? Vegeta, now enveloped in an aura of swirling destructive violet energy, cut him off with a sardonic grin. Let's just say I've been learning a few things, Beerus-sama, and let's not forget, he added, his voice laced with a growing intensity. I have a vested interest in keeping Universe 7 safe. Something's rotten in the state of existence, and I won't rest until I uncover the truth. Beerus, shaken by Vegeta's revelations and an unexpected power, knew this fight had taken a drastic turn. So you know, he muttered, his voice low and dangerous. Then there's no time to waste. I must silence you before you reveal what you know. The divine time chamber pulsed with raw powers as the air crackled with unspoken tension. The battle between the Saiyan Prince and the God of Destruction had entered a new, perilous phase, with the fate of Universe 7 hanging in the balance. The divine time chamber pulsed with raw power, the air thick with tension and Vegeta's laughter echoed through the void. He revealed in the newfold control over Hakai energy, a primal thrill coursing through his veins. Thank you, Beerus-sama, Vegeta boomed, his voice infused with a dangerous edge. Your Hakai was a mere appetizer. Now prepare to witness the true potential for this forbidden dance, unleashed by Saiyan Prince. Beerus, his eyes wide with a flicker of fear, stammered, Another Beerus. We need backup against this Saiyan storm. Vegeta, sensing his unease, smirked, Indeed, cat dog, when we meet again, my Hakai symphony will roar even louder. Vegeta raised his hand, a dark spear swirling with violet energy crackling above him. Behold, he roared, the Hakai ultimate flash. A ripple tore through the void as another Beerus materialized, startled by his brother's panicked shouts. Hey, can you handle a Saiyan Prince yourself, or have you grown as lazy as Champa? Beerus glared, another Beerus glared. Fine, I'll help, but stop the yelling. Another Beerus is sensing the oppressive aura emanating from Vegeta. His eyes narrowed. How did the Saiyan's power spike so fast? Beating him was supposed to be child's play. Beerus, his face grim, snarled, Enough talk. Time to raise this insolent Saiyan. But before Beerus could launch his attack, another Beerus hesitated. Hold on, brother, he murmured. Do you think Vegeta might have stumbled upon something? Maybe he knows more than we do. Beerus, surprised by his brother's concern, considered it. Perhaps, he admitted, but his newfound Hakai mastery is a threat. We need to neutralize him before this escalates further. Taking a deep breath, Beerus turned to Vegeta, his voice laced with a dangerous calm. Let's settle this, Saiyan. Witness the true power of gods of destruction. He raised his hand, a spear of swirling purple energy mirroring Vegeta's Hakai ultimate flash. Their eyes locked in a silent challenge, then both roared in unison. Kami no. Vegeta, his own Hakai's ultimate flash pulsating at full power, remained undeterred. He knew this was his moment, his chance to unveil the truth he had glimpsed. With a final scream, Vegeta unleashed his attack, a violet beam tearing through the void. The two Beeruses stood shoulder to shoulder, channeling their combined Hakai into a single devastating beam, Kami no Hakai. The resulting clash ripped through the void, the shockwaves resonating across the cosmos. The void trembled, its very fabric strained under the onslaught of unimaginable power. Despite his unwavering will, Vegeta's face contorted in surprise. What? He gasped, feeling the immense pressure building against his attack. How can their Hakai be so potent, so unified? The two Beeruses, fueled by their desperation and fear of the unknown, poured every ounce of their power into the combined Hakai beam. Vegeta, his own attack wavering under the relentless assault, gritted his teeth and held firm. This epic clash was far from over. The void, the fate of Universe 7, and the secrets Vegeta has unearthed hung precariously in the balance. The tension was palpable. The divine time chamber pulsed with a grim silence, the aftermath of the epic clash hanging heavy in the air. Vegeta lay crumpled on the floor, his Saiyan pride bruised alongside his battered body. The combined Hakai beam had taken its toll, pushing him to the brink but not quite extinguish his spark. Beerus, surprised by Vegeta's tenacity, chuckled, Impressive, even injured. He admitted, You absorbed our Hakai, defying all expectations, but two God of Destruction proved too much for your newfound mastery. He paused, a flicker of respect battling with his disdain. Perhaps, with more focus, with time, you might even rival my combat experience. Another Beerus, however, held no such sentiments. Enough talk. He growled, a dark aura swirling around him. It's time to finish this Saiyan. A heavy silence descended upon the chambers as Beerus gripped Vegeta's hair, lifting him like a trophy. Vegeta, struggling to remain conscious, looked into Beerus's eye, seeing not malice but a desperate resolve. It's not your death we seek, Vegeta, Beerus said, his voice surprisingly gentle. But your understanding, we will meet again soon, when the time is right, and hopefully you will have seen what we have seen. Another Beerus echoed his brother's sentiment. Forgive us, Saiyan, he whispered, his eyes betraying a hint of sadness. This is the only way to protect what we cherish. We will meet again, under different circumstances, I promise. The words hung heavy in the air, punctuated by Vegeta's strained groans. The two Beeruses, united in their mission, prepared to deliver the final blow, their faces edged with a tragic resolve. Just as their hands clenched around Vegeta's neck, a voice boomed through the chamber. It's time for Vegeta to say goodbye. Now the scene switched to Goku and Vegeta, both lying unconscious on the floor, the remnants of their training clinging to them like faint echoes. Jiren, however, remained in deep meditation, oblivious to the chaos unfolding around him. So you have fallen too, Vegeta, Bardock growled, disappointment tinged with anger. Why do you always seek such powerful opponents? Why not train steadily like I instructed? He turned his gaze to Jiren, whose power threatened to consume him, and Jiren, he roared, are you seeing oblivion along with your vengeance? Don't you see this endless suffering only benefits your tormentor? Wake up, Jiren. Your master wouldn't want you consumed by this. Bardock's word pierced through Jiren's meditation, jolting him awake. His eyes snapped open, filled with confusion and a dawning realization. The chamber fell silent once more, charged with a new tension. The fate of Vegeta, the secret burden of Beerus's, and Jiren's internal battle hung in the balance, waiting for the next move. The divine time chamber crackled with renewed energy as Bardock's word resonated through the space. Jiren's eyes narrowed with newfound clarity, acknowledged Bardock's wisdom. Indeed, Jiren admitted, his voice low and controlled. Saiyans thrive on pushing limits, but reckless haste can be a perilous path. Perhaps there is a merit in their unorthodox training. He turned his gaze to Vegeta and Goku, still unconscious on the floor. Their ki remains faint yet persistent. Are they truly gone, or merely slumbering within their own power? Bardock, with his ancient power, nodded, their spirits clinging to the spark of life. He explained their Saiyan's resilience allows them to cheat death, but their minds are lost within the battlefield they created. It's time to guide them back. With a focused gesture, Bardock channeled his energy, bathing the chamber in a warm golden light. Goku and Vegeta, enveloped in the radiance, stirred, their bodies responding to the call. Goku's eye flew open, a wide grin spinning his face. Hey, I'm back! He exclaimed, his voice filled with the familiar boundless enthusiasm. Vegeta, slower to rise, grimaced. As expected, he growled, his pride momentarily wounded. Death holds no sway over a Saiyan prince, but I feel different. Goku, sensing the changes in his rival, grinned even wider. Me too. Even Whis' training felt like child's play compared to that last clash. But man, was it intense. Vegeta, his eyes burning with newfound resolve, transformed into his ultra-ego form, the aura crackling with controlled chaos. Foolish Beeruses, he snarled. They underestimate my Saiyan spirit. I will conquer their combined power, even if it takes 1,000 deaths. Goku, though equally determined, adopted a more light-hearted approach. I might need a new morph rounds with Whis, but I'll surpass him in no time. And then, that tournament, I can't wait to see what surprises it holds. Bardock, his gaze approving, nodded, you have both learned valuable lessons, he stated. Jiren, your obsession with vengeance clouded your judgment, but you have pulled back from the brink. Vegeta, your pride nearly consumed you, but you found strength in your Saiyan spirit. Goku, your boundless optimism fuels your growth, but beware of underestimating your opponents. He paused, a flicker of concern crossing his face. The secrets whispered by the Beeruses, the hint at a looming darkness, remain vigilant and prepare yourselves for what may come. Vegeta went toe-to-toe with two brutal Beerus, and let's just say, it didn't end well for our Saiyan prince. But Bardock dropped a knowledge bomb that's got Goku, Vegeta, and Jiren buzzing with anticipation for some game-changing power-ups. We jump into the action a month into their grueling Divine Time Chamber training. These warriors are pushing their limits like never before. Goku, Vegeta, Jiren, and the Dragon Instinct Bardock are locked in insane battles, unleashing a symphony of devastating blows and earth-shattering energy blasts, even Bardock's having to tap into his deepest reserves just to keep these powerhouses in check. Meanwhile, Grand Priest Goku and Grand Priest Vegeta are engaged in their own intense training session within the chamber. Suddenly, Grand Priest Vegeta's focus wavers. He stares intently at the other Saiyan's training, a flicker of concern in his eyes. Grand Priest Goku's not happy. Vegeta, get your head in the game. I could have obliterated you with that last punch. Grand Priest Vegeta, ever the insightful one, reveals a crucial detail. Bardock's pouring every ounce of his energy into them, their trainings nearing completion. It seems Goku, Vegeta and Jiren are on the work of unlocking a new power that could turn the tide of the tournament. Grand Priest Goku, ever the optimist, tries to ease Vegeta's worries. Don't sweat it, Vegeta. They are here by Zeno's order. He's decided to lend them a hand. What's the problem? But Grand Priest Vegeta's got a nagging feeling. It's the power they are about to unleash that has me worried. Could this new power potentially surpass even the might of the Grand Priests? Remember, these guys can see glimpses of the future, so some things definitely caught Vegeta on edge. And then, out of nowhere, bam! We got a dramatic close-up of Goku's eye. It's flashing with multiple colors, like the vast expanse of space itself is swirling within. He instinctively throws up Ki Shield and wham! Whis caught off guard. Gets blasted back with incredible force, landing hard on his knees. An angel brought down? This is unheard of. Goku's ki surges uncontrollably. It's erupting from him like a volcano. He's losing control. We sensing the danger, launching a final desperate attack, and Goku gets knocked out. But even Whis is looking worse for wear. He knows Goku's teetering on the edge of monumental breakthrough. I never imagined a mere mortal could inflict such pain. Next time, the tables might be turned. Goku's body begins to fade, dissolving into particles of light. Whis disappears as well. What in the world just happened? Next, we shift our focus to Vegeta. He's radiating intense heat just like Goku did. His eyes glows with the ominous purple energy of Hakai. The two Beerus charge him, their voices filled with urgency. He's losing it. He's transforming. We have to stop him. Vegeta unleashes his raw power. It's a raging torrent. Threatening to consume him. The Beerus prepare a devastating chest blast, but Vegeta, in a surprising display of strength, grabs their necks. Blood splatters. Could he actually pull off a victory this time? But the Beerus attack connects. One of them collapses, lifeless. The other one's down, but his mind is racing. He knows Vegeta is going to be a force to be reckoned within their next encounter. But Vegeta's gone too. He couldn't withstand the sheer force of the blast. The ground is stained with blood. Now it's Jiren's moment to shine. He's radiating an aura of unwavering determination. His eyes hardened with resolve. He's facing Vados and she's already on her knees. He brought an angel more powerful than Whis, to her knees. This new form is something else. They clash in a whirlwind of power, but the same pattern repeats. Jiren loses control of his newfound power, and Vados seizes the opportunity, blasting a gaping hole through his chest. You have unlocked your true potential, Jiren. Next time, you will master it. Vados is severely wounded, but Jiren's face shows a hint of satisfaction. He knows that in their next battle, victory will be his. So, our trio of warriors tested defeat in their first encounter with this incredible new power. But Beerus, Whis and Vados recognize the immense potential brewing within them. They know these Saiyans and the Pride Trooper are on the cusp of achieving something extraordinary. Back to the Divine Time Chamber. Goku, Vegeta, and Jiren resume their training. Bardock's steady guidance pushing them forward. But this time, when they fall, they rise stronger. their resolve hardened by their previous failures. Bardock's beaming with pride. The training is bearing fruit. One last session and then it's time for the tournament. Bardock quizzes them. Did you feel the surge of new power? Were you able to control it? Goku steps forward. For the first time in my life, I felt the ki of an angel. Whis felt weaker than me, but the power overwhelmed me. I lost control. Whis exploited my weakness and took me down. Vegeta shares his experience. I felt the Pierce ki as well. The same thing happened, but I felt immense pressure like my body was seizing up. I couldn't launch a proper attack, but I'm satisfied with what I managed to do to those fools. Jiren sheds lights on the future nature of their new power. You guys are seeing this big picture. This training is allowing us to tap into the very power of the universe. It's limitless. I felt the pressure too. My body couldn't handle their influx of energy. Grand Priest Vegeta adds a crucial warning. You have to learn to control this power, or you're risking becoming one with universe. It's far from easy. Whoa. So their new power is directly linked to the universe itself, but they haven't yet learned to wield it. Bardock reveals a key to mastering this power. Don't fear the power. Embrace it. Let it flow through you. But when you feel the pressure building, serve the connection, then you will witness the true extent of your potential. Suddenly, a mysterious voice echoes through the chamber. How's the training progress? Shadow Omni King Dragon Instinct Bardock. Bardock's stunned. We were not scheduled to meet until later. How did you track me down? How are you communicating with me here? The voice responds cryptically. Just admit you are not powerful enough. We will be seeing each other soon. The connection abruptly ends. Bardock stares up at the sky, a look of concern etched on his face. He's grown even stronger since our last encounter. Vegeta, ever perceptive, senses something amiss. What was all that about? Bardock dismisses his concern. Don't worry yourself, focus on the task at hand. Grand Priest Vegeta and Grand Priest Goku exchange a serious glance, their minds linked in silent communication. They can see glimpses of the future. Remember, they are undoubtedly formulating a plan. It's time for the final training session. The fate of their universes rests on their shoulders. Everyone assume a meditative pose, their mind focused, their ki surging. Vegeta's hand begins to glow with an intense light. He's finally gaining control of the universe's power.
The previous episode left us on the edge as Goku ascended to his comic Ultra Instinct form, triumphing over Whis. In a poignant twist, Whis, with tears in his eyes, implored Goku to be the savior they desperately needed, setting the stage for a series of monumental confrontations. With the dust settling from Goku's victory, our focus shifts to the electrifying battle between Jiren and Vados, Whis' formidable elder sister and one of the mightiest angels following the Grand Priest. Vados, with her unparalleled prowess, unleashed her devastating special attack, Infinity X, a move so powerful that it sent shockwaves through Jiren, awakening haunting memories of his past. The mere sight of Infinity X ignited a tempest of fury within Jiren. Consumed by a torrent of emotions, he began to power up with an intensity that resonated throughout the arena. "Why have you used this attack against me?" he demanded of Vados. "Mocking my past emotions is a line you should never have crossed, Angel. You have committed an irreparable offense, and I shall never forgive you for it." Vados, unmoved by his rage, channeled even more power into her formidable attack, taunting him with biting words. "No matter how much you power up, it's futile. You failed to save your loved ones then, and you won't save yourself now." These piercing words only strengthened Jiren's resolve. "How dare you speak such words?" he roared. "I will end you, Angel." With renewed determination, he surged towards Vados, ready to unleash his full potential. Observing Jiren's wrath, Vados retorted, "Enemy? Perhaps you underestimate the celestial might of an angel." Jiren, undeterred, replied, Angel or Supreme Lord, it matters not. Anyone who mocks my pride or emotions will meet their end. It was apparent that nothing could deter Jiren now. His rage was fueled by Vados's attack, a stark reminder of the tragedy that had obliterated his family, his mentor, and his entire race. In a dramatic crescendo, Jiren united his hands, forming a colossal powerball, channeling every ounce of his past anguish and emotions into this singular attack. The power echoed in Jiren's mind, channeling his inner firepower into his hands, destroying innocent mortals without reason and calling it your duty. Today, justice will be served, he proclaimed with unwavering conviction. With this declaration, Jiren unleashed his justice ball towards Vados, but at that moment, a voice echoed within him. Jiren, you cannot defeat an angel in this manner. It was as if a volcano erupted within him, releasing an intense heat that signaled the emergence of the awe-inspiring tremendous power. Sensing this newfound energy, Vados exclaimed, "How could the power of his attacks surge so dramatically in mere moments, this heat?" For the first time, Vados truly felt the formidable magnitude of Jiren's new power. Enveloped in fiery energy, Jiren stood with a calm demeanor, seemingly focused on the mysterious voice echoing in his mind. In an instant, Jiren radiated with the brilliance of a celestial star, his body emanating a dazzling light and intense heat. On his shoulder, a star-like power manifested, reminiscent of the cosmic energy previously observed in Goku's hand. In the next heart-stopping moment, an angry ball of energy erupted from within Jiren, exuding the strength of 1,000 stars, aligning with him in the pursuit of justice. Jiren charged his power ball with an even more formidable attack, declaring, "Die!" Vados, unfazed, countered with defiance. In your dreams, unleashing her Infinity X power against Jiren's Justice Ball. The battlefield was a spectacle of raw power as their colossal attacks collided, each warrior pouring their very essence into the assault. On one side, Jiren's Justice Ball, embodying the spirit of righteousness, clashed with Vados's angelic Infinity X attack. The visual grandeur of their confrontation was awe-inspiring, their combined might distorting time and space itself, creating ripples through the very fabric of reality. Vados, exhilarated by the challenge, remarked, "It's been ages since a mortal has presented such a worthy fight." She acknowledged Jiren's significant growth. "Finally, you've transcended your current state. Like Goku and Vegeta, you now possess the knowledge to combat and overcome gods and angels." Laughing with a sense of exhilaration, Vados declared, "The decisive moment has arrived. Do or die," channeling her full power into the attack. Yet amidst this climactic clash, an unexpected twist unfolded. In a burst of unfathomable speed, Jiren sliced through both attacks, appearing before Vados, leaving her utterly stunned. "I told you, I will achieve justice at any cost," he vowed, with unwavering resolve. The fear on Vados's face was unmistakable. She was at a loss to comprehend how Jiren had attained such overwhelming power. From within Jiren, a massive energy ball emerged, engulfing Vados in its relentless force. Now, both Jiren and Vados were ensnared within Jiren's Justice Ball. "Go to hell," Jiren commanded, as the Justice Ball's energy coursed through Vados, gradually consuming her until she vanished from existence. As the scene unfolded, we witnessed that, like Goku and Vegeta, Jiren had now unlocked a new form, wielding the power of a star. Vados had completely disappeared, her presence erased. "So this is true power, justice," Jiren proclaimed triumphantly. With this monumental victory, Jiren's arduous training reached its completion, and he returned to the divine time chamber, filled with a profound sense of pride. But instead, a strange feeling began to hover over him. Finally, I've done it. I completed my training, he declared with satisfaction. Just then, Omni King Vegeta approached Jiren, unbeknownst to him. Omni King Vegeta remarked with intrigue, Wow, who do we have here? You appear quite powerful. His admiration for Jiren's training was evident. He turned to Bardock, inquiring, Hey Bardock, is this warrior more formidable than Goku? Jiren, still enveloped in confusion, pondered the identity of this newcomer, who seemed to be on Bardock's level. Meanwhile, Dragon Instinct Bardock, slightly irked by Omni King Vegeta's words, retorted, It is. Yes, he is. Are you implying that I didn't do my job right? Omni King Vegeta, in a playful and teasing tone, replied, As you can see, I've wasted a few seconds, because you couldn't ensure their training was completed on time. Bardock, now filled with indignation, shouted at Omni King Vegeta, Are you getting old? You arrived earlier than expected. But Omni King Vegeta was not one to back down, shouting back at Shadow Omni King Bardock, You're the old one, not me. You never complete tasks on time. Do you understand? Observing their banter, it was clear they were close friends, sharing a camaraderie akin to that of Goku and Vegeta. Amidst the commotion, the atmosphere gradually calmed. Omni King Vegeta stated with focus, It doesn't matter now, we should concentrate on the critical matter at hand. Shadow Omni King Bardock concurred. Yes, you're right. Meanwhile, Gohan, Omni King Vegeta's loyal guard, inquired of Goku, Do they still engage in such quarrels? Gohan confirmed with a nod. Yes, even now. Just then, Grand Priest Goku approached our Goku, posing a challenge. Hey, Goku! You appear stronger than before. Care to engage in a spar with me? Let's gauge your newfound strength. As always, Goku's face lit up with joy at the prospect of training with another Goku. Meanwhile, Omni King Vegeta and Shadow Omni King Bardock, observing Grand Priest Goku, commented with amusement, Since when did you start taking matters into your own hands, huh? Bardock then called for attention. Everyone calm down, I'm about to inquire if his team is prepared. And with that, he closed his eyes in meditation. Moments later, we saw the Grand Priest, who addressed Bardock with anticipation. Shadow the Omni King, hello. I've been expecting you. Bardock, slightly annoyed, responded, As promised, my team is ready as yours. The Grand Priest assured him that his team was nearly ready, but shared an intriguing tidbit. I've discovered an interesting fighter from another dimension who could easily overshadow your team's Goku. Suddenly, we glimpsed this mysterious fighter standing behind the Grand Priest. Let's commence the tournament, the Grand Priest announced, and the enigmatic fighter declared with determination, I'm ready, Bardock responded with satisfaction. Excellent, and disconnected from the Grand Priest. Bardock addressed everyone with a sense of urgency. We still have some time. If anyone needs to train, now's the time. Vegeta, eager to put his new power and form to the test, declared with confidence, I'm ready. I can feel my body is fully healed. Goku, not wanting to be left out, exclaimed with enthusiasm, Hey Vegeta, I want to fight too and train. Omni King Vegeta interjected with authority. Hold on, I'll decide who fights whom. He turned to Goku with a challenging tone. Hey Saiyan warrior, are you ready? Goku replied with determination, affirming his readiness. Then, Omni King Vegeta instructed his guard Gohan to prepare for battle. Go on, you warm up too. Gohan readily agreed with a smile. Of course, as you said that. Meanwhile, the Gohan from the other dimension, serving as the Omni King's guard, approached Goku with a respectful nod. Are you ready, Dad? Goku, eager to test his new form and powers, responded with confidence and said, Absolutely, Gohan. Shadow Omni King Bardock and Omni King Vegeta exclaimed with excitement, Now it's going to be fun. In the next electrifying moment, father and son clashed, testing each other's strength in a battle that promised to captivate audiences in episode 10.
Burst to life. Goku and Royal Guard Gohan's faces, contoured in fierce determination, collide mid-air. Fists meet fists. A fist slammed into a jaw. The force of their blows visible in the way their jaws clench. Muscles bulging. They separate, a whirlwind of energy swirling around each other as they unleash their power. Lightning crackles, illuminating the battlefield as father and son prepare to engage. Gohan. Goku's voice cuts through the electrical hum. I sense a ferocious Saiyan power within you. What is this? New form? Gohan, eyes blazing with a primal intensity, responds. I achieved this while protecting Piccolo from Styzmask. He lunges in a blur of motion, sending Goku hurting backwards. Goku recovers, a flicker of surprise in his eyes. Styzmask? A swift kick connects with Goku's face. Yes, Gohan snarls. The one you abandoned me to, but his second form. Grand Priest Goku, standing on the sidelines, his face a mask of regret, murmurs, Oh, so Gohan does remember. His mood, it's still raw, understandably so. Gohan, turning his attention to Goku, declares, And now, Dad, I'm Omni King's god. The other Goku's eyes ignite with excitement. Excellent, Gohan, he shouts, a grin spreading across his face. Gohan unleashes a punch. Goku mates it, but a flicker of memory crosses his face. Gohan, he says, a hint of warming in his voice. Are you forgetting who I am? Vegeta, observing from afar, furrows his brow. He mutters. Compared to my powers, Kakarot's, it's completely opposite. Jiren, his gaze locked on Goku, speaks with cold intensity. Goku's new power, it is immense. A rematch between us is inevitable. Suddenly, Omni King Vegeta, previously engrossed in the battle, adopts a bored expression. Bardock notices his eyes narrowing. He shouts, his voice laced with urgency. No, don't. At least warn them first. Omni King Vegeta snaps his fingers, a dismissive smirk playing on his lips. No, I'm bored. In an instant, Goku, Gohan, Jiren, Vegeta, Broly and the two Grand Priests vanish. Grand Priest Goku reappears momentarily, lamenting, Oh no, not again. Vegeta sneers. That imbecile king. Broly, ever so stoic, simply stands, unreadable. Bardock, his fists clenched, turns to Omni King Vegeta, fury blazing in his eyes. What was the need for that? Omni King Vegeta shrugs nonchalantly. None, but I can do as I please. He flexes his power, a subtle but unmistakable display. Bardock's dragon instinct flares. You and I, we are alone here. Do I need to explain myself? The threat hangs heavy in the air. Omni King Vegeta, glazing at the sky, asks, Do you know what you cannot do? What? Bardock snarls. What can't I do? A mischievous grin spreads across Omni King Vegeta's face. You cannot stop crying like a child. Bardock deflates, a mixture of frustration and embarrassment washing over him. Omni King Vegeta chuckles, then adds, Besides, we have someone to meet. Bardock brightens instantly. Ah yes, you are absolutely right. In a flash, Grand Priest, Beerus and Whis materialize. They stand expectantly as if awaiting someone high above. In the celestial expanse, Dragon Instinct Bardock and Omni King Vegeta appear. Bardock glances at the group below. Where are they? You teleported them ages ago. Omni King Vegeta snaps his fingers again. Here, Omniguard Broly, Gohan, Jiren, Vegeta, Goku, and the two Grand Priests reappear. Landing unsteadily, Goku and Vegeta stumble, clearly unused to the sudden transport. Jiren, however, lands gracefully, his composure unruffled. Goku, sprawled on the ground, looks up at Whis and Beerus. Hello, Whis-sama, Beerus-sama. He grins. Remember our training when we fought? Whis and Beerus look down. Whis calls. Ah yes, those pointless dreams I keep having, they stem from the training you have been undergoing. But that wasn't me, Goku. That was a clone, made from my own data, made by your father, Bardock. He pauses, his expression hardening. In truth, I never wished to give you such training. I agreed to help in hopes of finding a solution to the Saiyan curse, but I failed. Grand Priest cuts Whis off. As all you can see, Saiyans are indeed capable of becoming Omni Kings. Grand Priest Goku and Grand Priest Vegeta step forward, facing Whis. Whis. Grand Priest Goku says, "Do you believe yourself superior to us?" Grand Priest Vegeta adds, a challenging glint in his eyes, "Perhaps a training session is in order, though I have no desire to kill you." The Grand Priest raises an eyebrow. "You shouldn't have said that. Even in those robes, you are no match for me." In a blink, he teleports, appearing directly in front of Grand Priest Goku and Grand Priest Vegeta. The air crackles with tension. Suddenly, Omni King Vegeta and Shadow Omni King Bardock materialize besides the Grand Priest, their presence adding another layer of pressure. A fight seems imminent. "Are you joking, Angel?" Omni King Vegeta's voice is sharp. "Shouldn't we adhere to the plan? Avoid pointless conflicts as we agreed? Or do you wish for me to raise you here and now before your true Omni King intervenes?" The Grand Priest visibly pales, a flicker of fear in his eyes. I was merely testing their patience, their fortitude. They are still learning after all. My training far surpasses theirs." He forces a smile. "I wish to introduce you to a Saiyan. You have met him before, but never like this." Now, on one side, we have Grand Priest Whis, Beerus, and a mysterious warrior bearing a striking resemblance to Goku. He could be an ancient ancestor. And facing them, Team Saiyan, Omni King Vegeta, Shadow Omni King Bardock, Grand Priest Vegeta, Grand Priest Goku, Jiren, Goku, Vegeta, Omniguard Broly, and Omniguard Gohan, though he remains absent from the team for now. The warriors stand poised, ready to clash. The first fighters of round 1 will be chosen in the next chapter. Who will they be? Will it be one-on-one combat or a chaotic free-for-all like the Tournament of Power? The rules, the location, and the very fate of the tournament all will be revealed. Do not forget to tell me in the comment section and how did you like this chapter 10 and how not. You must tell me this too. I will try my best to make this manga as better as possible, and for that I will need your feedback. So do not forget to tell me in the comment section how you like this chapter or future chapters as well. What thing did you like the most in it and in the next chapter? If you guys want something special to happen, then this should happen, that will happen too. But as you know, let me know that thing in the comment section so that I can decide. So I hope you liked this video, and if you liked it, subscribe the channel and you can check the previous chapters as well. The links are in the description. So meet you in the next video.